Hey guys, welcome to the 86th, that's right, the 86th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential, and I think the title says it best, and yes, we are 14 away from 100, but right now we're here to focus on Helen Parr, aka Mrs. Incredible, aka Elasti-Girl. And if you don't know who Elasti-Girl is, then no offense when I say this, but where have you been? Where have you been for the past 16 years, if not for the past 2 years? If you do not know who this character is, then, again, I say this with no disrespect, no offense, something is seriously wrong with you, because she is one of the most popular characters to come out of any Disney and Pixar film. Yes, she is voiced, I believe, by Bonnie Hunt, but, or Helen Hunt, I think, one of them. But I can tell you this honestly, it doesn't matter, because Mrs. Incredible as a character has gone on to be one of the most popular female characters in recent memories. And it's not mostly because of the fact that, you know, she has superpowers and she's a superheroine, but basically the fact that she's, you know, a good-hearted, fun-loving, obviously at times, she's a loving, what I'm trying to say is she's a good-hearted, fun-loving, no-nonsense character that puts her family first before anything else. But it's not just that reason why she's very popular, along with the fact that she can kick a lot of butt, but also the fact that, like I said, she's a superheroine. And like most of the family, she has superpowers. But what are her superpowers? Well, probably the most popular powers in any superheroes, or any kind of superhero story. And that is elastic powers. I mean, her name, Elasti-Girl, pretty much gives it away. But yeah, she has elastic powers, basically like Mr. Fantastic. And she has the ability, as demonstrated in both movies, that she can, stretch her body to possibly unlimited, unlimited lengths, if you will, as well as she could basically shapeshift her body into anything she needs. I mean, in the first movie, she shapeshifts it into a parachute, not once but twice, but also into a boat, kind of a boat / raft, if you will. I don't know if she shapeshifts too much in the second one. I know she flattens herself several times, just like she does in the first. So, she has that ability to become anything she needs, and basically, get through certain, cracks and all that by thinning her body out, flattening it, avoiding all those kind of obstacles. Now, it's not just, but now, here's the thing. It's not just her superpowers that make her popular either. Besides these first two things that I mentioned, it's the fact that even though in character, in continuity, she is married to Mr. Incredible, Bob Parr, even though she's married to him and they have kids, she is looked at, and I say this with all due respect and no offense, and I know I say that a lot, but I want to make sure people understand this is not any disrespect, there's no offense. But she is looked at by many people as a major waifu in animation. I mean, a lot of people know that Brad Bird was behind this, was the creative genius behind The Incredibles, just like he was with the Iron Giant. And a lot of people, no doubt, point to Brad and the creative team behind this and basically say, you know what you did. You obviously had to know what you were doing when you came up with the design for Mrs. Incredible, for Elasti-Girl. You should have known, or you obviously knew what you were doing. Because, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. They could have designed her any different way that they wanted, but they went this route. And because of that, she has become a major waifu in the eyes of not just males, but also females. And again, saying that with all due respect, no offense, but in the eyes of both males and females. Even to the point that from what I understand, from what people have told me throughout the years, you have both male and females writing very NFSW or NSFW / adult erotic stories involving Mrs. Incredible, Elasti-Girl, using her powers in very sensuous, erotic, sexual ways. Not just, for her own personal time, but of course with her husband, or if you remember the LGBTQ community, with another female, if not essentially with her daughter Violet, who has the power of invisibility. And you can only imagine the kind of stories people come up, NFSW, NSFW, whatever you want to call it. You can only imagine the kind of stories they come up with both of them in an insensual way, getting it on with their powers involved possibly. But yeah, she's gotten to, but basically, I'm not saying this honestly to sound weird or disgusting or anything like that. But again, if you look online, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But besides that, she is one of the most overly popular characters, female-wise, that Disney and Pixar has ever came up with in the past 15 years. The fact that her popularity was so huge that they pretty much said, you know what? We can't ignore it. Let's make her the main focal point of Incredibles 2, a movie that people have been waiting for 14 years when it was released. 14 years they were waiting for it. And she was the main focal point. Basically, her and Bob, Mr. Incredible, switched roles from the first one. But yeah, she was the main focal point because obviously nobody can ignore her popularity. But yeah, what more can you say about Helen Parr, Elasti-Girl, Mrs. Incredible, than no one else has already said? Her popularity basically says it all. It says it all, and it's just crazy to know, how popular she is amongst a lot of people, mostly young adults and adults, both male and female, for various reasons and some various very NFSW, NSFW, whatever you want to call it, NSFW, you get the idea, related reasons. She's just one of those characters that you love, that you hope more stories get focused on about. And one of the things a lot of people hope for when it comes to The Incredibles is maybe we'll get a series. Heck, can you imagine an animated series and some of the stories being focused on Helen? One of the things people always look at with Helen is the fact that since she has the power of elasticity, stretchiness, if you will, shape-shifting, that, why didn't they ever, capitalize on the fact that, pretty much she's rubber-like. Why didn't they ever capitalize on the fact that, hey, let's have the villain put some heat on her and she melts? Or uses some kind of destabilizer and basically paralyzes her form to where she just becomes like nothing but goop. Solid goop, if you will. There's a lot of people that wonder that, and if they do a series down the line, I wouldn't put it past them to probably do that. I wouldn't. But again, I can't say any more about Mrs. Incredible than what I've already said and what others have probably already said before me. So hopefully This edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential helped shed more light on her. Again, some of the things I mentioned, I say with no disrespect, no offense, but just letting you know how others sometimes view the characters, if you know what I mean. But that's all I'm going to say, guys. So till next time, let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like. And thank you for listening to the 86 Animated Girls Profile Confidential on Mrs. Incredible Elasti-Girl Helen Parr. We are 14 away, guys. 14 away. The question is, who will be next as we head to 100? We'll find out soon. But until next time, take care. God bless. I am out.